man identified as the mastermind in the Tshegofatso Pule case is expected to apply for bail today. Nthuthuko Shoba is accused of planning the 28-year-old's murder and paying the killer. Shoba was Pule's boyfriend and the father of her unborn child. Our reporter Nthuthuko is at the magistrates' court in Roodepoort. Good morning. How's it going to play out today? What's expected?
Well, certainly, Jane, we are expecting Nthuthuko Shoba to be making his case for bail today at the Roodepoort Magistrates Court. Of course, the onus will be on him to prove that it is in the interest of justice for him to be released on bail, given the fact that he is facing a murder charge, but not only that, charge of conspiracy to murder, as well as defeating the ends of justice. So his lawyers will have to present exceptional circumstances, Jane, to this court this morning as to why Nthuthuko Shoba should be given bail, given the fact that he's been implicated as the man who orchestrated the murder of Tshegofatso Pule. We heard from that plea bargain by Muzikayise Malephane 2 weeks ago when he went into a plea and sentencing agreement with the state, revealing that he was approached by Nthuthuko Shoba to kill his girlfriend in May last year. And the harrowing details really unraveling there, Jane, as to how exactly that murder unfolded, with the court cheering that, in fact, Nthuthuko Shoba had approached Malephane on more than 2 occasions to try and have Tshegofatso Pule murdered. And the reason for this, Jane, was that he wanted to conceal his Tshegofatso Pule's pregnancy from his wife. And Malephane saying that he was offered 20,000 rand, which then went up to 70,000 rand for the hit on Tshegofatso Pule. And initially, it was staged as a suicide. It was meant to be a suicide. It was meant to be hung from a bridge in Maritzburg. But when that plan didn't work, Jane, they then moved to plan B, which was to lure Tshegofatso Pule to Shoba's house on the 4th of June. And that's where that murder then unfolded, with the Tshegofatso Pule being shot and then hung in a tree in Roodepoort. So those details, he's been implicated as being the one who planned and premeditated this murder. And therefore, the onus will be on him, Jane, to really prove to this court that it is in the interest of justice for him to be released on bail. But the court also, Jane, will also have to consider other factors, which include whether or not he's a first-time offender and whether or not he will be a flight risk, will he evade justice if he's released on bail. But beyond that, he'll also have to show that, his release on bail would not actually endanger his own life, and that his release on bail would not cause any public disorder.
And I should imagine, I mean, just as you were talking, we were looking at pictures of that beautiful face, and you can't really imagine what she must have gone through. And the family, I mean, for them it's important that they get some sort of closure, and it's not going to come anytime soon, is it?
Indeed, Jane, because the family had hoped that they will find closure when Muzikayise Malephane was sentenced to 20 years. But of course, we know that from his plea bargain, that's where he unraveled this murder plot by involving Nthuthuko Shoba. And of course, this means that, again, they have to start a new process of going to court and hearing this matter against Nthuthuko, who is the alleged boyfriend. And I guess the family, Jane, saying that even though they were hoping for closure, the fact that they know now that there is another person involved and that the wheels of justice have started turning gives them some sort of hope in terms of finding closure and justice for the death of their daughter. But certainly many of the family members saying that it's still going to be a long haul, but they're saying that they're hoping that by the end of this process, Tshegofatso Pule's killer will get the justice that he deserves.
Thanks, Mankopa.